Should be okay. Mic check, mic check. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Another beautiful day in paradise. Am I good to go? Am I good? All right then. Let me know what's up. You feel me? Let me know. I heard they had a funeral of Black Lives Matter this weekend. I ain't know nothing about it. I was playing John Madden. Press 1. I was out here putting in that work with the New York Jets. Press 1. I hear nothing about a funeral. I heard Black Lives Matter died again. Candice Owens. I've been looking into Candice Owens. I've been looking in and looking at her work and how she does it and who's behind it and why she even in my peripheral this way. Press 1. I don't know if she look like Kim. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I think it's the Lloyds of London aspect. I think Candice Owens led us straight to what we're looking for. Press what I mean. She says a lot of words, but actually says nothing. But at least she led us to the Lloyds of London. Press 1, or the Lords of London, as we like to say. Press 1. Hit that like button and subscribe. Ain't nothing like being led. I see why they don't want me. We can't have him. Only thing he do is talk about us bankers and how we take over America and got a hold of the trust. Press 1. How the banking system robbed. Not no other way to say this. Robbed. ROBBED. To take shit that's not yours. Press 1. I been off air just breathing. I was going to come on through the weekend, but I forgot. Why not just take the weekend off? You feel me? Why not just take it? We the only ones with this truth. Ain't nobody else talking this real political shit correctly. Press 1. The urban conservative way. Boy, I looked at DJ Academics. They over there messing with Hassan Campbell. I'm looking at all type of shit. Whoa. Y'all got to come out of that mindset. Hit the like button. I feel bad for him because we was just there 2 years ago. I was telling DJ Academics, don't do it. Don't do it. But I realized that whole group of individuals at that level of intelligence is all working for the opposition. Press 1. They don't even know who signed their checks. At least I'm FUBU, for the people, by the people. Community supported. I'm cool. What's up with it? Good to see y'all out there. Shout out to the supporters of this program. I just can't believe, or I couldn't believe, that I now see Candice Owens this way. I've been looking at her as if she's an agent to our community. Now, I don't mean agent as like Tariq Nasheed, funny looking self, or Dan Calloway, you know, the guy floating around on the back of a turtle. Not these type of agents. I mean a real motherfucking, a real sent in to harm us, to make us look bad. Now, I may be wrong, but after going back and watching her, 007, 003. But after going back and watching, I realized, geez, man, she ain't said not one thing good about us this whole damn time. Press 1. I didn't see her as a profiteer or any of this stuff because I really didn't understand the background of the young lady. I voted for Trump. She's speaking for Trump. I say the things that's wrong with our community. She says that, but I didn't know she was bashing that way. Jeez Louise. What's up with it, Waterworld? Amanda's in the chat room. What's up with you? For His Glory is in there. Miss Lori. Tia, what's up? Mosley, what's good? Today, Kevin G channel gets started, I'm gonna be talking to the fellas about why you are the prize in your right mindset. Tim Pittman, what's up? What's up with it? Let me see who else. One Mike is back there in the shadows. Jason, what's up with it? The Journey Ascends, Michelle Walker, shout out to you. And let me see, Byron Turner, what's up, Byron? Yo, it's good to see y'all. Hit that like button and subscribe. Now, some things I'm just freestyling this. So when you come to the university, which I'm doing, I'm gonna be breaking this down in a more simplistic way for people to understand, and what role Candice Owens plays per se. This is all just speculation. For the Lloyds of London, and her being the wife of some dude she just met 2 weeks prior. Press 1, hit the like button. With all this marriage talk and all this, you told us about them bankers. I sure did. But I didn't realize something. These bankers, guess what? These bankers are the ones who owe us for reparation.
Shame.
They don't owe you for reparations. They owe you for a lot more. The reparation is just, it's like residue income. That's small. They owe you so much more than reparation. Press 1. And Candice Owens is the blackface of this banker movement to re-enslave you. Press 1. Damn, what is this, a technical knockout? To re-enslave you back into Lloyds of London business, banking, where they can put bonds. And what do they specialize in? Insurance. Say, look at your neighbor and say,
not like this. Not like this.
Insurance. So you don't think they capable of Act Blue? I wonder how much Lloyds of London donated to Black Lives Matter. I wonder how much these people really put back in. How much was Lloyds of London duped from their stance? How much were they duped out of their donations from Black Lives Matter? Because from what I know from Candice, she just been pushing that the black folk, Black Lives Matter is fake. White Lives Matter is real. We have left white people out the equation of all lives matter, which is not the case, which is silly. Because white people invented all lives matter and blue lives matter and white lives matter to counter Black Lives Matter. For the simple fact that you two, Kanye fucking West and Candice, to be so silly to think we're that dumb that you will come out and use that as an excuse when that is the counter to Black Lives Matter. That was just as much of a scam as Black Lives Matter was. We were all duped. The point case being, it's time for America to heal. And that's what a point we were at in America, where we actually can say, you know, it felt good to see all white people say, yeah, that's good. Black Lives Matter. That's a shame. We need better policing. We need better this one and better that one. But here come Candice walking up the fucking internet platform street, riding the algo range in her fucking Kim Kardashian clothes. Press 1. With her perfect speech pattern and her white teeth. The little word like we. There is no we with Candice Owens. You can play any of her videos back. She ain't talking about no damn we. She talking about y'all. And how liberal and blacks and liberals got blacks under the spell. The only spell blacks is under the conditioning in which all all the political party, the whole federal government, Democrat and Republican, irresponsible for the dire position of the Afro-American males and females and browns, Latinos in America. Facts, press one, both of them together. There's no separation on who did it first because they both was part of the Fusion Party. They don't even mention the Fusion Party.
Shame. Shame.
Walking down the yellow brick road. Yeah, they don't mention the Fusion Party. They don't mention nothing because these foreign blacks really don't understand what we've been through. They don't know the psychology behind why we're in this position. So they fight on the behalf of white supremacy, whether it be by way of Russia banking system or German banking systems or some form of offshore laundering systems that got they fucking tentacles on our backs, and we supposed to be had breaking free from all you. So I don't understand how y'all is even with the foreigners imposing rights and take care of me packages on American citizens who authorize. You're supposed to remember the American citizens authorize these packages. And how did we get to this point? And how did the banksters subdue people's minds this way? It's almost insane. She want to be the vice president. And then Kanye West think he going for president. We'll never vote for Kanye West. Hip-hop can vote for Kanye West all that they want to. I don't know why she walking around thinking she going to be vice president, walking around with that Lord of London husband. I'm going to expose that. I'm the damn vice president. I'm the president. What the hell is y'all doing? That's what we doing? Hold up. I know like hell the fuck we not. That's what we doing? I'm over 40 years old. I don't have no warrant. Press one. And I'm American citizen. Those are the three things we need to run forward. That's what we doing? Y'all, you bet not. That's why Kanye is in a position. You see that I'm already on your ass. That's why Kanye is in the position that he in, because he using all your talking points, destroying the whole. And Kanye is being used to undercut Donald Trump's votes as well. And she don't think we know she's AKA a PR firm behind Kanye West. Ludicrous comments about George Floyd. And if I was in George Floyd family or was an attorney for him or was a spokesman, we'll be suing them people. I didn't say died of fentanyl when the whole world know it's documented what happened. You're always trying to get people out of prison. Ain't got one nigga from ain't got one black man from the 94 crime bill out of prison. Didn't fight for that. They ain't fought for nothing. Y'all just fight for the opposition 24/7. And what I call the opposition, that's government rule. I mean, some federalized government with more rule over this government than you. That's what I mean. When foreigners can come here and marry bankers, indoctrinate and marry, this is stupid. When Lloyds of London and Hollywood link up this way, press one. They can barely read a damn teleprompter. I don't need no teleprompter. All of these false stats and perceptions and racial ain't nothing but how you gonna be racist against your own people? Everybody know white lives matter. That's why we said black lives matter. And then something happened. Candice Owens don't want to say what really happened in Black Lives Matter. She don't want to say Act Blue raised more money for Black Lives Matter and donated all of it to the Democratic National Committee Party, Biden, and all of it. So black pain went into not just the vote, but you also funded this whole administration. Press one. By way of Act Blue. You can type in Act Blue right now. It's going to say donate to more Democrat. Press one. But the Lords of London can't pretend to be no damn Republicans and get you to hate the Democrat by way of Candice to get Kanye to do something stupid. She don't even know American history. She don't even know American history. They just hugging on the flag like this. They don't even know what it's like. They don't even know how to explain it. Because their roots, their genetic, we don't give a damn about no damn sharecropper. Their roots ain't connected to this land. They more connected to the Caribbean. So shout out all the Caribbeans. But that's who you're connected to. She's not connected to our people. You can tell by the forehead. Press 1. She got a brontosaurus. Forehead. Press 1. And gonna try to prance the Lloyds of London. Don't prance this black lady up in our communities just to talk trash. She don't ever offer no solution but to vote the damn conservative. Press 1. That ain't gonna do nothing. Just to vote some damn conservative. We have to overturn what put these people legally and systematically in these conditions. Our communities was red flagged all over the place. Donald Trump just lived. Why is she a Donald Trump supporter but not acknowledging this whole thing and then using it as an attack? Yeah, you're supposed to use this as an attack. You're supposed to uplift. Fact. Empathetic Rose. What's so funny? Tell me what. Tell me what's so funny. Lord have mercy, because her husband is a part of the family that enslaved us, enslaved our people, and put our finances and our beneficiary packages in the hands of foreigners. That's why they must return the Magna Carta to the Americas. They must return its finances and all of her glory, all of her assets. You stripped her naked. That's who the Bible talking about. Y'all over there. No, I feel good because I've been researching. I'm looking for new books to buy. I got a new outlook on what this is. You know, when you talk about artificial intelligence and algorithms and foreign corporations owning you, you know, and the different media firms out there, foreign and domestic, all of them damn terrorists. Foreign and domestic. It makes you think, if Candice Owens is a part of, she needs to be, hold up. We need to look at her whole little genetic package. I mean, figuratively speaking, but I mean, how her whole political aura. What do you stand for? Press 1. If you're not just finna Afro-American your way, and then for the black conservatives to get out here and white conservatives to get out here and say, oh, we went to Candice Owens Black Lives Matter and it was great. Why? Because you was there. Y'all ain't cool. What the hell y'all doing? Bunch of nerds. If I'm not there, it's not cool. I'm sorry for your luck. Who wants to watch the same fucking people watch Candice Owens sit on stage and say what? Well, we got the video, of course. You know me. I got the video. I got the video. And let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Candice Owens. Lord have mercy. Because she's inciting this George Floyd racist propaganda, and I'm against that. Every time we about to get past some racist propaganda, here they come again trying to stir up trouble. We shouldn't have to explain over and over again, or hear Candice explain what Kanye meant by George Floyd. Like we need you to explain to us, who do you think you are, and what do you think we are? You think we don't understand the little puny ass words this weirdo over here is suggesting? Press 1. these are some weirdos, and they think Afro Americans, who I call the colonial Americans, are stupid. She thinks you stupid. That's why she talks down on American black folk and tries to stereotypically generalize us. Press one. You like I did that one right there. Press one. Stereotypically. That's all she do. All day. Her whole career is agitate. Pick at Afro Americans. Pick at them. Make them mad. I don't care what it does. If y'all not finna run no campaign with Candice Owens at some damn PR firm and who's all of a sudden mad at TMZ. You was just at TMZ 2 years ago. Now you out here mad at TMZ. I don't trust Kanye, Virgil, the artist who died, Ray J, Kim Kardashian. All of y'all people look alike. And y'all in Hollywood and don't know anything about the average Afro-American person. We don't like you guys. And I say we, and I mean Democratic and urban conservatives. We don't like y'all. Y'all too uppity. Y'all act like liberal is a term for black people, and that's dangerous. So I try to stay away from black Republicans of the past. I don't like them. And you don't like them neither. So ain't no use to pretending that you do. You don't like them neither. They all got this. That's why Robert Byrd jumped from being a neo-Nazi Democrat to being a neo-Nazi Republican. Press one. Y'all drunk. They jumped sets like gangbangers. They just jump around. I want to be a Crip today. I want to be from Hoover, from Bloods and Crips and Florentia, Press One, and 18th Street. They want to be from a mall. They terrified this time around, won't be able, no bailout, no perks, no comps. The system is crashing. I don't know if the system is crashing. I just think something is happening. I don't think the system is crashed. The system being crashed. I think the realization of how it's fallen, what type of giant we're looking at, we're just identifying the target. Just Lord have mercy. I didn't think Candice Owens. System being crashed. The dollar itself is fiat currency, is debt currency put forth by the Lloyds of London, who have your resources in exchange for indentured servitude. Press one. So they must return all that is, when I say her glory, I'm talking about yours and mine. Dear mama type of stuff. I'm talking about yours and mine. The people before the immigration, before Teddy Roosevelt's, before all of this invasion and robbery and theft and Adolf Hitler. What happened to the gold? I don't know. Hitler got it. Well, the Hitler got it. Now the Russian got it. Now it's in Swiss banks. Press one. See, we gotta come out of the conspiracy and have a logical, rational mind when thinking about history and not fall into Tataria mindset. While they playing stupid, trying to act like they didn't know what the World Fairs was for, you begin to see what the World Fairs is for. You don't need them to validate what you see. You gonna believe them or your lying ass eyes? Just and I asked one question. Where are all the black folk at during the World Fairs? I don't know. They must have been slaves. They were slaves while you was walking around like that with clothes on. But 6 months before that, you was looking like trash and rubbish from France and Europe and Italy and stuff. You mean to tell me you civilized yourself that fast in 3 months? And there's no Afro-American nowhere around. And in these world fairs, you telling me war scenarios is going on where all the countries that they telling my people at the time is at war fighting and hurting and and killing and pillaging in World War One and World War Two, the Great War. You telling me they having fun in these people homeland, dancing around, walking up Nazis and Russians and Polacks and all? It's more like a military operation was going on right here while our boys was dying at sea somehow. That's what it looked like a highway robbery. Morgan Chase Financial had shut all their businesses deals with Kanye. Best because but they all got a stupid ass excuse. JP Morgan, I called them out about the first reset. They are the ones who put you in this position. They the one. JP Morgan is in who did this, and all of the financial backers right there. Your banking system, Chase Bank, B of A, all subdued. Money put into the all this treasury stuff like this. That's what I'll be teaching at Carroll University. Facts. See, Candice don't know nothing about that, and she can't talk about it because her husband is say, "Not right now, honey, not right now." Breast one. Not right now. So I'm gonna begin to show you who tells the people who owes them reparations. Tariq Nasheed need to come over here. Press one. Dan Calloway need to come sit down back there. Who tells the people? The little Indian pals, my little Indians, y'all need to come up there and sit down in the front row. Press one. All my Moorish friends, get the legal books ready. You sit your butt down right here on my little Indian. That's a damn shame. It goes to show you, it don't take much but questions and logical minds to break that. Look, Candice Owens raised over $200,000. Press one. Now I'm gonna show you this. Candice Owens raised over $200,000 for fire cop after donated to Kanye Rittenhouse Fund. Press one. Conservative commentator Candice Owens raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for a Virginia police officer who was fired for supporting Kyle. Owens represented police Lieutenant Kim giant check for $200,000 on the day. Oh my goodness! Just hold on. Let me get this. See, this is what I'm talking about here. This is what I'm talking about. This is what corporate backed individuals do. They present $200,000. I'm looking at this check like, damn. You just give them $200,000. She was Owens raised the money through crowdfunding website Give Send Go with the initial goal of $100,000, which was far exceeded. So she's used to running GoFundMe's, finding different ways to start GoFundMe's and do little. Got you. So she's used to this. Because she did the GoFundMe, where GoFundMe suspends Candice Owens fundraiser after controversial George Floyd comments. Now that's ironic that she's with Kanye, and Kanye says the same comments that got him messed up. So who's fighting for who's putting this behind Kanye? Candice Owens. Press one. I want all my hip hop heads and all my Democratic comrades to know this, to me, is some agent provocateur This reminds me of when young Pharaoh went crazy. You seen him on The Breakfast Club? Kanye looked like young Pharaoh when young Pharaoh went crazy. GoFundMe has suspended conservative political commentator Candice Owens fundraisers for an Alabama cafe whose co-owner criticized the George Floyd protest. Owens raised more than $200,000 again. Press one. Owens raised more than $200,000 again. Again. Interesting, right? 200,000 again. Let's look at this. Let's see what this says.
You know, I don't care if he just stabs somebody. If he's down on the ground and you have him, don't put your knee on his neck and kill him. That's ridiculous. Our police should not be doing that. However, this is a guy with a very long record and a very
my goodness.
Very long criminal record. He was said to be cleaning up his life by his family. I hope that was true.
Okay.
But he was also high on fentanyl and dropped a bag of drugs that he was carrying at the time. Is this really the guy that Black America, I mean, they were very careful to pick Rosa Parks.
Now look. Now you set the narrative. This is what I've been warning y'all about. But this is what God has been preparing us for at the same time. This is what I've been warning you about. Now, the play is already set for Black Lives Matter. The play, the donations, Act Blue, all of this is already created. The table is set. The table is set. Now, I told you, they sold you your own drugs. I said, don't do it. How many of y'all was with me when I said, don't do it? They finna sell y'all some drugs. It was my way of putting what they were doing in a democratic psychology format. They about to sell you some drugs, and there's FBI at the house right now. This is what I meant by that. They laid your table, and you about to go and eat. Facts. You about to come eat, and they gonna blame it all on you and George Floyd being a criminal.
Is this the symbol of Black America?
Is this the symbol of Black America? No.
Today?
I'm going to say yes, it is a symbol of Black America today, and it's a symbol of a broken culture in Black America today, and that people are not willing to talk about again how we contribute to our own demise. The fact that he has been held up as a martyr sickens me. George Floyd was not a good person. I don't care who wants to spin that.
Ma'am, do you know how many murderous Confederate soldier statues, how many Klansmen was in political? Do we talk about the day of George Floyd is not a good person and a martyr? Do you know how many false martyrs is? But that's what they were doing. They used her to make him a dang martyr. People just living their lives, and that's messed up. They see what's going on. The good news is people found out it was George Soros manipulated, and a lot of smart people backed away. A lot of smart people bagged away and said George Soros is involved in this. Hold up. This is weird. This ain't right. He can be playing both sides. People know, black folk really know George Soros. That's crazy.
I don't care how CNN wants to make you think he changed his life around, or MSNBC wants you to believe he was just, after his sixth stint in prison, I think, or fifth stint in prison, really going to change things around. It's just not true. I mean, you look at this situation.
What do you mean it's not true? He wasn't changing things around. He wasn't becoming a better pen. We all know that drugs, boy, when you on them drugs, that don't mean you a hardened criminal. And the fake $20 bill or whatever it is, that don't mean you're not turning your life around. You're dealing with a high chemical that is specifically designed for not turning your life around. This is chemical based. All this stuff is chemistry. And real universities develop things like this, scientists, to destroy people's lives. So this is like no compassion. Really, this shows no compassion.
Here's how I tried to see it through the eyes of the young woman who was pregnant in 2007 when a guy knocked on her door pretending that he worked for the water department. She realizes he doesn't work for the water department, attempts to slam the door in his face, only to have a Ford, pull up with 4 more men that get out of the car, one of which is George Floyd. George Floyd slams his way into her cracked door as she's trying to close it. He takes out a pistol and he holds it to her pregnant belly, threatening her and pushing her into her living room. While she is in the living room, he has another one of his armed buddies keep an eye on her as they raid her house looking for drugs and looking for money. They did not find drugs, but they did take her cell phone, and I think they took some cash, and he escaped. Fortunately,
I'm sorry. He escaped. So it was a drug house robbery going stupid. Okay, I get it. This woman here, babe, he escaped. He left. They all left. He got up there late and caught all the shots. This is hilarious. But it just, was he charged? Was he convicted? Yes.
A neighbor who observed this caught the license plate, and the police were able to track down the driver of that Ford, which was George Floyd. So that was, I think, his fifth arrest, the one that he went to prison for 5 years. This woman now has to watch this man be held up as a hero. Okay, this once pregnant woman. I can't even think about the trauma.
Candice been doing this a minute. Catch you in the middle of some grief, catch you in the middle of some silly hysteria made by George Soros. You know black folk didn't know what hit them. All they know is, oh, shit changed. The whole world. How was London so intrigued with this event? It wasn't just black folk. Because London was more involved than we were. They was more turned than we were. Why did she add drugs if she knew what they wanted? I don't know. Yeah, because she messed up. She's tripping. They're drug houses. It happens. Where the drugs, where the money. But I had to realize, I really had to realize, who is this woman? Where'd she come from? And studying her dude and realizing, like, damn, they only knew each other for 2 weeks. Before he popping some questions. How many of y'all think he used her? How many of y'all think the Lloyds of London used Candice Owens to infiltrate and destroy the mindset and keep the mindset of black people, the confidence down. I mean, if Kanye is using all of her talking points, that clearly shows a sign. George Soros is. The funny thing is, they think they're commentators. Hold up, foreign interview party. How all of a sudden she knows what happened with Black Lives Matter, but don't know Act Blue. Maybe, like I said, maybe the Lloyds of London owe Afro-American. Not maybe. I know that they do. Is she like a political agent of confusion, of nothing, just in the way? Because she doesn't have any other reason for being in the view of black folk. She don't know how to relate. She don't know why we are stuck in this mindset. And it's not because we're somehow just lazy and just don't want to do. I know there's poor folk in every country, and a lot of people take advantage of things, but you can't just marginalize liberals and blacks to welfare. And because more immigrants is on welfare than Afro-Americans. More immigrants is on welfare. More white immigrants and others as a collective. Y'all all together. Y'all are on welfare more than Afro-Americans. It's more of y'all, remember? Latino, white people, Asian, this one and that one, all of them together. So I'm tired of this narrative like black folk just on welfare and all of this they don't want to do nothing attitude. Dude, look at this. And if y'all don't believe me, I found something here. I know a lot of y'all don't like Kev. How you know the transit they owe us money? Look. This is called. Look. This is called Lloyds.com. From 1640s to the early 1900s, an estimated 3.2 million enslaved African people were transported by Britain's vast shipping industry, and Lloyds was the global center for ensuring that industry. Press 1. Told you. I told you. This is their website. Look, transatlantic slave, Lloyds. Press 1. We did it. So if they sunk at sea or anything, it's listen. They said it. Listen. Not me. They said it. So what is Candice Owens talking about? They are behind slavery and the financing of indentured servitude, but not in the slavery that you think, because indentured workers and foreign workers been coming here where they really owe you huge amounts of money. Is they took part in the greatest cover-up ever, and it's not Black Lives Matter. Lloyd financed not just they say Rothschild or Rothenberger, what's the name? Rockefeller. Press 1. The Lloyds of London is your damn Rockefeller. They finance this whole thing and used you as collateral, and it may have offed a lot of people at the same time. They are behind this whole the greatest cover up in American history is the destruction. And what happened? And how did we get here? All of these foreigners came here by way of Roosevelt and all of these foreign bankers from over there, whether it be Russia, Italy, France. Those are your bankers. See, Candice Owens is the face of propaganda, in my opinion, for Lloyds of London over there. See, that's what we're going to be breaking down in the university. What did they take? Why are they so intricately involved in American politics and things of that nature? Because of the banking structure that it upholds. We get that. Bank stage wars. We get that, water world. I'm saying something on another level, bro. You got typing figures, bro. You losing it, bro. You got typing. Banks cause wars. I just said something on another level, champ. We know that. I'm not going for niggas to be typing in my shit, bro. I respect a lot of people, but where I'm at mentally, people, y'all niggas gotta really want to exist there. I'm not here to be like, oh yeah, you're typing. Oh yeah, banks cause war. That's not what I said, bro. They are those ones. So you want slavery, and who it is, you look no other than the Lloyds of London. My phone lines stay open. That's why I don't even like men to even be talking in my shit, because you can talk on the phone. You can make your voice known that you understand what's being said. Thank you for that. I don't even like that shit. Thank you. And you can block those three dudes right there. Thank you. Because I think men need to know, if you looking for freedom, niggas ain't even got nothing to really say. If you looking for freedom, but your brain is stuck, I don't know what made the court say, I don't have no jurisdiction over, we don't have jurisdiction over this person here. What made the court say that to me? They didn't say that to you. They said it to me. We don't have jurisdiction over him. So we're trying to convey why that is. Not to just sit and type in no chat room. Niggas ain't in the chat room. I got a lot of people got real notes and real historical events and putting together some beautiful things. And Kev is getting ready for a couple lectures. And I'm not here for friendships on that level. I'm looking for people who know how to transfer the information and convey it. That's what I've been saying this whole time. I'm not up 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning because I like getting trolled and people to like troll me. No, bro. And I'm not doing that. I'm doing this for the righteous individuals who know we talking about the law of redemption here. We talking about scripture meeting history, historical events. We talking big shit. We talking big shit. And people have taken this knowledge for granted. Like you should just be typing. That's what I call for granted. Y'all spend more time talking, typing, and then trying to hurry off the phone and get back in the chat room. Why? Why not just become an instrument? I ain't here for it. That's for y'all down there. That's for 2-3 years of sacrifice, of hard work. I'm talking about the admitting of them causing and admitting to ensuring the industry of trafficking, extermination, eugenic process. All this goes like King Leopold. This was all being ensured by this press one. You got to go Coffee and Commerce. Look at this. Now, I don't believe, I know that they've stolen everything that they got. I know that. So them and their little coffee and commerce stories and new frontiers for greater from this is this history and when they did this is really up to date. Is not too far behind. 1900s is when they really finalized and really tied you down in a servitude position, dealing with the 13th and the 14th Amendments. I'm telling you, they cut you off from common law. This whole time, I'm telling you this, and we now get to the who. Kev is breaking down the who, what, where, when, and why, and sometimes how. And you think you just gonna type? It's all freestyle, bars, historical bars. So this is who she's with, right here. The own enslavers. Press one. Look at this. In Edward Lloyd's coffee, press one. Ain't her husband named Edward? Press one. Or some shit like that. Ain't it like Edward or something like that? Or am I the only one researching at the U? You know, look, these are your enslavers. So when you researching, when you find Lloyds of London to pay for shameful Atlantic slave trade, and I post that, it's because that's real. You see why? They don't want to pay reparation. Nobody want to pay for what they've done. They rather put Candice Owens up in the front. Press one. I wasn't even thinking about the Lloyds of London. Wasn't even thinking about them. This was in Reuters. So I put Candice Owens and her husband right there, so I can wake up and say, George Farmer, press one. The sharecropper, press one. Lloyds of London to pay for shameful Atlantic slave trade road. So, in real life, what is Candice? What are you doing? Your husband is of the family of slave traders, not a regular white person at the local coffee shop. Now, press one. She is married into the whole banking family, in which she come tell you, oh, we got a new bank. Y'all need to get rid of PayPal and come to this new bank that I founded. You are your husband. You are your husband. You founded this? Because I'm starting to realize, like, you're not talking about none of this money that came up missing. I wonder if the Lords of London are the ones who was financing this whole thing. I wonder. Because for some reason, Lords of London candidate Candice, Lord of London Owens, Kardashian in the flesh, cannot seem to say that Black Lives Matter $100 million does not add up to nothing when looking at how much was being collected on behalf of Black Lives Matter and where that money went. Bernie Sanders, $186 million. Biden for president, $119 million. Elizabeth Warren, $93 million. Pete for America, 78. We didn't even know him. Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, 55. So 186 plus 119 plus 93 plus 78 million plus 55 plus 43 plus 31 plus 31 plus 29 plus 29 for Amy and friends. Press 1. How much does that add up to? I'm trying to see now. What's the total on that? Let me get my calculator on my smart device because I went to Los Angeles School District. Press 1, they ain't teach me too much. Lord have mercy, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of million. I'm over here adding up, y'all. Excuse me for a hot second. Now already that's $725 million. Press 1. That's $725 million at the very least. I just did the first number, so it could be 730. It can't be 7. Listen. I just drowned it up right now on 725. Press 1. So you come telling me about $89 million. Fine. But over $1 billion here. $3 billion total. And at the time, there were reports that that money went to the Democratic Party, and they were denying it. So how can you say Black Lives Matter with Patrice? Fine. But there is so much more. They said upwards of $4 billion was raised worldwide by way of Act Blue. That's a lot of funds donated by way of Act Blue and able to distribute the funds wherever that they see fit by way. Even if you voted for Black Lives Matter, it can go wherever they wanted to go. (424-209-9506). Insane. It's real insane when you think about it. Who would do something like that? Who would cause this whole ordeal? Who's all a part of the Lloyds of London? We should watch a whole documentary on that. We should watch a whole documentary on the Lloyds of London and what the hell they was doing, who they are, how they operated, what they use as commodities. I mean, there's no wonder why Kanye is using all of her talking points, getting himself in all of this trouble for the benefit of her ego. No, why do you think he calling himself Lord? Jesus, Lord. He's accepted. They're trying to bring him into, but he can't. He's breaking. He's clearly breaking. And now with the Jewish stuff, who knows? And the white lives matter and all of this, it just probably just ran everybody away. But it was all for her White Lives Matter movement. See, Kanye was being a friend, and she used Kanye, in my opinion, to sell that movie. And she said, I didn't even know. I didn't even know they were doing it. Kanye called me. I don't know. She used Kanye, per se. She sacrificed Kanye's career for her very own, knowing that these political talking points will just send him over the freaking roof. Just like Kim would do. Press one. She doing everything Kim Kardashian would do. You gotta watch her. That could be. I told Kanye, you better watch out, Kanye. She can be Kim in disguise. Press one. She got you and Ray J right there at the political. And Candice. What? Candice got both of them there. Wait, Candice got both of Kim Kardashian's baby daddies at the event. At the get out of town. Get out of town. So I'm through with this. That's why I'm through of these fake Kardashian. She can be taking melatonin pills. I don't put nothing past what these people are capable of. You hear me? I don't put nothing past what these people are capable of. I don't give a damn. If her husband is part of the family that enslaved this population, they owe reparations. It ain't no coincidence that they are the bankers and financiers of the federal government type shit. You looking at the devils themselves. You're looking at the devils themselves. Let's hear him out. Let's hear him out. Maybe he'll say something we looking for. Press one. I found this video right now. Let's take a listen to this. It's a breakthrough. It's an introduction to him, I guess.
Don't know George, and so can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? And
all right, so let me fix this. George is finna tell us about himself. Put that about right here.
And then past that, you met and 2.5 weeks later got engaged. And so what's that all about? All right, so give us a little bit of your story.
Thanks, David.
Which I believe is the type of shit that makes people question, is this even real? Is this even real? And was there a political twist on why a Lloyd of London, son of a banker, would see something so magical in a speech from Candice unless he got something else on his brain?
First off, just want to say thank you for having us. I mean, what an incredible place. Liberty University, what a place. Forget the Ivy Leagues, forget Oxford, forget Cambridge. This is where it's happening right at, people.
And that's coming from an Oxford man right there.
I was sitting in bed last night reading some of these incredible little postcards you write for us. Zachary Youngdale, Alana Rivera, Scout Powell. Thank you all for such incredibly welcoming messages. It was really, really sweet of you to do that.
Honorable family. They address him. You damn right I'm Professor Gillespie. If he's honorable, what am I?
So about a bit about me, is that what you want, David? Yes. So I was born and raised in London. I went to school in the UK, and I went to Oxford University afterwards, studied theology.
He studied religion, how to speak religion jargon.
But in the kind of academic sense of the word, so more a sort of liberal arts degree. And after that, worked in banking for a while. Then
Press 1.
Shame.
So who? Candice
Shame.
never been in banking. We don't know
Shame.
Candice Owens for being no damn banker. What she know about banking? Not her. Not Candice. Not Candice. So this Swedish guy here. Get rid of PayPal for who? Oh, you're a co-founder. With who? Him? Back to Lloyd of London?
worked with my father and.
Let me see. Floyd Lloyd George, his way in. Oh shit! They trying to find identities. Press 1.
Not like this.
George Floyd. George
Not like this.
Floyd. Oh shit! They need a tall, bald man. Huh. They need a tall, Candice, what you say? They need a tall black man with a bald head. Press 1. That's what you say, right? Interesting. George Floyd. George Lloyd. Where are my gematria students? Interesting.
Commodities, which is sort of trading metals around the world.
Trading metals around the world. Like gold bars? Like gold bars?
And at the same time I've been doing that. That's about the last 10 years. And then at the same time been quite involved in politics in the UK. To do with Brexit, which we'll talk about shortly. But really sort of the twin worlds of finance and politics in the UK.
They already stole the farmer name. Farmer ain't working no more. That's one. They need a real name. Coffee and Kush TV, Kevro University, Professor Gillespie. You on the air, what up?
Yes, good morning, Professor. This is William from Cali, sir.
What up, champion?
First time caller, long time listener. Not much, man. I just wanted to throw in there as you were going over the George Floyd connection. I found the same video last night when I got home. I'm like, I need to send this to Professor, but I didn't. You got to it before I could. But the King George thing always kind of caught me as I learned what we're learning here at the university. Getting names, having identities. This guy, George Farmer, George Floyd, the King George, Washington Gillespie, that kind of stands out to me. I need to do more research, but I'm going to do my work. I just want to throw that out to you and get back to the back of the class. So appreciate you, sir.
All right, champion. Thank you. My man. You should just say which.
For about the last decade, and then my life sort of took a bit of a change when I met this young woman on my left in December of last year.
So I was a banker trading golds and resources of nations, and everything took a turn when I met this young lady to my left.
At a speech in London, and guys, when you see a good thing, don't hang around. So I saw Candice and just sort of thought, yep, this is going to work, and it took me.
What? This is going to work? Wait. You saw Candice and said, what? Yep, this is going to work.
Not like this. Not like this.
This is gonna work, you say, huh? What's gonna work? What's gonna work? Uh-oh. This gonna work, huh?
And then my life sort of took a bit of a change when I met this young woman on my left in December of last year at a speech in London. And, guys, when you see a good thing, don't hang around. So I saw Candice and just sort of thought, yep, this is going to work. And it took me all of 2 weeks to ask her to marry me. And as I say, shock tactics. It caught her off guard, and she said yes, and she didn't even know what she was doing. So.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Huh?
Shame.
What you
Shame.
say?
Shame.
Oh my goodness. Sharp tactics. This is gonna work. Hit her so hard she didn't even know what she was doing. Woo! Press 1. Should I remix it? Come back again? Let's listen to it one more time. Cause this guy right here.
To do with Brexit, which we'll talk about shortly, but really sort of the twin worlds of finance and politics in the UK for about the last decade. And then my life sort of took a bit of a change when I met this young woman on my left in December of last year at a speech in London. And, guys, when you see a good thing, don't hang around. So I saw Candice and just sort of thought, yep, this is going to work. And it took me all of 2 weeks to ask her to marry me. And as I say, shock tactics. It caught her off guard, and she said yes, and she didn't even know what she was doing. So there we go.
Candice is a smart lady, and I promise she knew what she was doing. One of the best not one of the best, but a fun thing at your wedding is everybody loves an accent, a great accent.
A lot of times, man, you just can't make this shit up, man. You can't, like I said, fuck an accent. We need the Lords of London and the Lloyds of London to pay us our money. Press 1. Look, they right here. The Lloyds of London, Candice Owens' husbands and them, they have a full apology. And it reads, "We are deeply sorry for the Lloyds' market participation in the transatlantic slave trade. It is part of our shared history that caused enormous suffering and continues to have a negative impact on black and minority ethnic communities today. We have had some honest conversations with our black and minority ethnic colleagues, Candice Owens, in both the corporation and the market about Lloyd's history, the transatlantic slave trade, and their expenses. The views of those colleagues have been compiled in video." Oh my goodness. Oh, it's worse than I even thought. So these are your enslavers. Press 1. These are your enslavers. So Candice Owens got some explaining to do as to who sent her in here to do this. And was it all psychotrauma? One team playing both sides to get us outraged, to distract us from what? Reparation? So is Candice Owens a Romanov communist? Stalin, child of Stalin? You damn right. She is nothing more than the conservative side of the Marxist agenda, the countering team that gets you to go back on your left foot, right foot, like I want to play some damn hopscotch my whole damn life. And we don't. We don't want to play hopscotch. So that's the importance of Cairo universities, because on one hand, she says great points, but over over everything, this woman here is the most dangerous. Listen to me. Candice Owens is the most dangerous weapon pointed at the Afro-American community. She is the submarine outside of the United States. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
Hey, what's up, Kevin? Carrot. I'm just calling to comment a little bit about some of the things I agree 100% with Candice Owens.
Go ahead.
And how dangerous of a troll she is. Or, I'm sorry, Candice Kardashian. That's still,
Thank you. Candice Kardashian is her new name.
That's still a strong possibility. I haven't ruled that out yet. But what I'm picking up from your broadcast is like the psychology of her husband and some of these Lloyds of London, or like how he he says he goes to theology school. And so the reason why, to me, it's important is because in our minds, especially black people, especially me specifically, let me talk about everybody because I don't know, but me specifically, when somebody says, they're going to theology school, in my mind, it's like, they're going to study about God and get closer to God and learn, and like maybe even possibly, be Christian or whatever religion they want to get closer to God. But no, his psychology, he's going to study it so he can use it to manipulate people.
Of course, he's there to maintain the corporate structure through theology. Remember in the book of Eli, the black man had the word of God in his heart, and they thought it was in the book. Mm-hmm. Have you seen that?
No, but I'm listening. I'm listening
there is a theologian playing the guy who wanted the control of the word of God. And he wanted all the control of the word. Because he wanted to control the people, they became so literal. See, they became so literal. They killed the people. The people became dead when it was actually in the black man himself.
Oh, the book of Eli with Denzel Washington.
That's right.
Gotcha. You know what's deep too? What's good about this is history is repeating itself, because even in the Bible, it talks about like the Pharisees and I don't know all the words right now, so we get kind of hyped. But it's good because it's really showing us in real time what's going on. It's like the real characters we're dealing with now.
Of course. That's why it feels that way, because they're pretty much the replication of the same individuals that's in the Word of God. The Pharisees, the Orthodox Christians and Jews, so-called Catholics and things of this nature, the structure, that's who you think called the Pharisees. What do you think that is?
So do you think right now we're really figuring out the characters? Is that kind of what's going on right now? Is we really
I'm explaining the characters.
Gotcha.
That's me. That's what Kev do. I'm explaining the characters. These are the ones, when the scriptures say you went into slavery, these are the ones who perfected that. These are the ones who put the bondsmen and women. Remember, the children going to be snatched from the wombs of the women.
Yep.
Huh? That's in scripture.
Yep.
That's Planned Parenthood.
Yep.
That's all from these people. The scripture
and then
has outlined, you like Martin Luther King say, you judge a man by the fruit that it bears. And look, you just gotta see.
Right. And what's tripping me out with the video as I'm watching it, I posted in the comment section too, was that how Candice was just eating this up. Like the way she's looking excited and smiling, I'm like, oh, she's eating this up.
He gamed her up. He gamed her up.
And it's like you said last time, she is Eve. She is Eve. Like she's the one that's like all too excited and ready to sell out and troll the black community,
Well, she is the Eve role. You're right about that. She is the person who wants to be as powerful as the king. You see? She thrives off that power. She'll never have it. Cause she really don't know what time it is. She really don't know what time it is.
Right.
So she's walking in her own illusions, and eventually it's going to smack her dead. And it may have done it today with this Kanye revelation, because that's not Kanye West. That's totally her with her hand up Kanye's ass like a puppeteer, making him spew these hateful things. That's not making no sense. You see? Unless it was just a psyop to get money, unless it was all just a political psyop for George Floyd and stuff like that, then whatever. But as far as the public is concerned, is what we see. It's like we're being played all sides of the coin here.
All sides, everybody. If you're not aware, you're gonna fall into these games. It's like you're gonna miss it.
What does scripture even say of people falling left and to the right?
And I guess my thing too, especially with your share and how you're kind of taking us, is like now I'm kind of like trying to figure out where the Nazi connection is with them, like the Lloyds of London.
That's them. The Nazis, the Lloyds of London. What you gonna realize? They finance all of this. We thinking Rockefeller. We thinking one person. These people don't propagated one person named Rockefeller in our face. Okay, Rockefeller Foundation, all of that. That still goes through a specific bank, a banking structure. You see?
Oh, the banking structure itself.
Exactly. See, they got something that knighted their queen, that made their ordinary woman queen. That's how much power that's what they took from here.
They got actually so much power. They anoint these men, and now they're queens. They're turning these men, the queens that we think are queens are actually men. And that's what's been going on. That's how much is so trippy right now.
That's been going on. That's been going on. That's ancient stuff. If your mind is there, it's not what they're doing because we're sovereign. It's what you allow inside of your mind, because that's what we playing with here, mind games.
Yeah.
So if the more you discipline yourself and come out of that world of the world, you ain't got to worry about that. Your kids don't got to worry. That's a fear. So don't even think about it, because why? You're not tuned in to that any longer.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to delete from that being a fear of yours, because godly people, we don't operate in fear.
Right. I'm definitely gonna
shout out to you, man.
Yeah,
my man. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Lloyds of London and slavery. Look, Lloyds of London and slavery, the lasting legacy. See, Candice Owens? Now we can go into the 1900s and say what they financed as far as the Americas and what they played insurance and king to. Press 1. But you married into the corporation itself, sister. So there's no way out of that. See, you're bonded. You cheesing. You want power so bad. You playing the mammy role. You playing the reset role of the first sisters who sold out and was willing to partake in the seed of Satan, the dragon. See, and that's why St. George is known as the dragon slayer, because back then they wasn't playing by these false rules. These are the people who went from religious to the corporate state, who turned you from a natural man to black in law. Press 1 to have the bar associate over you. These are the Lords of London, and then their banking names is the Lloyds of London, and then their religious name is the Orthodox and the Catholic. Press 1. I got this like Floyd Mayweather right now. You see? Lloyds of London and lasting slavery. Now, they want you to think slavery happened in the 1600s and the 1500s and all of this over there in Africa. Yeah. Oh yeah, but right here in the Americas, that's how all the industrial stuff was here before they got here. They don't like to admit that you invented everything. All of these things you invented, and they stole your trust. So we're gonna keep talking about that and what you're owed, actually. But I want to break down the Lloyds of London, the Lords of London, and the and all. See, remember I told you the Catholic Church set forth the what? The Holocaust. They gave the religious okay for the Holocaust to even go down. No, that's put up. We put that up. We put that to the side for right now. Put that to the side for right now. These are all the same entities, the same corporate religious entities that cannot own anything here. Once you apply the law, you have to apply the law. The law on autopilot. Now the law just making up stuff. People just making up stuff, whatever fit and beneficial. But now we in a social age to where shit got real to me. It's the social, meaning the algorithm can pump Kanye West up, and they can take Candice Owens can take Kev Gill's info, install it in Kanye West, and him have a mental break because he fucking around on my YouTube page last year tomorrow. I'm greater than you. What the fuck did he say? Oh, I told him you're not on my level. Yes, you is. See, what they do is they like to watch us and see how much information we spew, and they try to repeat it. That's why Candice know all of the points. This is why Kevin Samuels knew all of those little specific shits to agitate you. That's what they're doing the whole time. That's why they're no longer here. Press 1. Glory to God. Inshallah. Press 1. That's why they're no longer here. God get rid of people at this time that's become a stumbling block. He don't want them. Nobody crying about Kevin Samuels. Nobody cares. Press 1. He was probably CGI and blackface just as well. Who cares? If you needed Kevin Samuels to teach you how to put on a nice shirt and tie, and you ain't wore no shirt and tie since, you ain't learned nothing. Mediocre tutorial. Press 1. Kevin Samuel taught you how to wash your ass, and it never helped because you in the same dirtbag ass street gear that you and still complaining about black women that you would never have. Press 1. You might as well move back to the Philippines. Press 1 because you ain't getting no women over here. They don't want you. Press 1. Who ties their Air Force Ones that damn tight? Press 1. Darkwing Duck, Coffee and Kush TV. Let's listen to this real quick.
Always a pleasure sharing content, and this week I want to explore Lloyds of London and the transatlantic slave trade.
Bingo. Bingo. So many different documentaries out here and ways. This is your stock market.
This is 7 minutes. And listen, we must get together sometime over the...
Wait a minute.
...for reactor use. A reactor utilizing plutonium for power production, but incorporating you to create its construction. Now, but you'd better make it 7 minutes. And listen, we must get together sometime over the sheet metals.
Wouldn't dream of having less than fully comprehensive on a job like this. The chap who trained me in Exeter only had third-party fire and theft.
So what we need to do is find out what the hell Lloyd and them is trading, how they got so much power, when did they come about into acquiring so much wealth and being a holdings company and so forth, what they do, all that. Because that's who T.I. was talking about. Drake Williams said, "What's up, Kev? Get him out of here. You know what's up with me. always working. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, contribute to the page. Go to my Cash App. My cash tag is Gills Gang. Ain't no what up, Kev. Nigga, I don't know you. I'm here teaching. What up, Kev? You ain't said nothing logical about nothing. What up, Kev? Anybody come up in my class past 10 minutes talking about what up, Kev? Hey, Kev. Distraction, Kev. Block them. They are not that important. They're not. Thank you for that. They ain't that damn important. Just block them. We up here trying to figure out what's really going on with Candice, now the Lloyds of London, and the slavery stuff. We really ain't got time to play back and forth and to be your internet chat room friend when you really not mentally here. You're not mentally there. A lot of y'all come to distract and take the attention away from what I'm talking about. That's no longer happening. Press 1. I have some great documentaries coming up. One of the documentaries is called Redemption. Press 1. Now, we talked about the law of redemption and dealing with the trust being things being stolen, lands being stolen. The Bible just talk about the prophecy, but the laws here, that the thing that happened here in America, verify that this is what God was talking about. The scriptures and the Bible was all talking about what happened here in America. That's the dope thing about this conversation. That's the dope thing, is that the scripture and our history line up to let you know God been with you and talking to you this whole time. I'm trying to tell you. If you thought you knew Kev yesterday and Friday, what was my last time I was on the air? Friday? Please. Kev woke up. I said I'm past it already. Whatever's not for me is not for me. Whoever with me is with me. Whoever not, they just pick it up later. You feel me? That's why I tell y'all never know when God really just wake a person up, or when it's go, it's a go. There's no look back. There's no hold up. I was waiting. No, it's a go. See, if I wait for you, then the people that's up there with me gonna wait, and they on the go. You feel me? Fellas, females, all that shit. It's a go with them. So y'all can't fool me with what up, homie? Ha ha he he, when it's niggas really working. And females, you can't get me with Kev. Look at these titties, because they got work. Like y'all can't distract me with nonsense when we talking about something so real. Just let me know that people really don't be having God in their mind or their heart. You know what I'm saying? And it don't be on their mind. It just be like mental. And that's what I broke away from this whole time, is just mental people there to say, hey, let me stop you or slow you down from whatever. Look at me. Hey, you, what up? Give me that. I'm not doing that. So I love everybody, but this information is too real and too fun, and it's too educational to be in filth. You get what I'm saying? Y'all niggas won't feel. Y'all can go talk to these dudes down there talking about filth, looking like filth, dressing and acting like filth. They mind frames is being displayed by what they talk about and what. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not here. Press 1. Kev, man. So I got this new documentary. I'ma show the documentary on trust, of course. Get back to that and really begin to break that down at the U. But there's a new documentary that I'm finna play for y'all over at Kevro University only. Again, these things I do in the morning basically just be like freestyle and enough for people to, get wind of like a prep class, like a homeroom, maybe an hour or two of homeroom before we get to movie time and get to studying this situation we got here. Even when dealing with the George Washington, the Solomon's Temple, that information I displayed over the last 2 weeks, dude, there's no way you up here in the front of the class talking about what's up, Kev, and that didn't hit your brain. I said, who is that in Russia on a horse in the Amber Room? Didn't I, Brittany? Who is that in the Amber Room? George Washington. So maybe I'm moving too fast. Maybe we should just start at the redemptive state. You feel me, Amanda? We start right there at the redemptive state, because we talking redeeming George Washington Gillespie. But we going to just say George Washington because a lot of students don't know. They cut the last names off the Negroes and applied them to made up white people names and gave them right and sovereignty over God's and the king's men. You ever heard the story of Humpty Dumpty? And all of the king's men can put Humpty Dumpty back together again? Well, guess what? Kev can put Humpty Dumpty back together again. You should have seen me in jail. My nigga from Rolling Hundreds would be like, nigga, I got a nigga who finna come over here and tear y'all whole thought process up. Kev, hootie hoo, press 1. Fact. Destroying shit out here mentally. That's why these niggas can't really fuck with me. They couldn't fuck with me. We talking about the redemptive stage of our people. From the theater of how did the Lloyds of London gang bondship and insurance over you. Became mineral. Ain't no minerals over there where they at. Ain't no minerals in Europe. Ain't even no sun come out. So where the fuck they get all this shit from? Press 1. They got it from Africa and the Americas and black lands all around the world. Facts. They just robbed and stole all their resources. Ain't no coffee. All that stuff don't grow over there. None of the stuff that they got in their possession grows over there. Press 1. None of it. Natural resource, they don't have nothing. So how did they stole it from here. So actually Washington D.C., all of these little things are just offshoots of London. That's the international banking. That's the Holy See. That's the Holy See. America, Russia, they are and Swiss holds all of their money and gold and all of these things. So now you got somebody. So who stole you? Who put you in this condition? Candice Owens' husbands, fathers, and granddaddies in them. The Lloyds. They the ones who put you in captivity. And they put out insurance bonds on each and every one of y'all. That generates the revenue. So they make money when you die. Like empire. In fact, they are the empire.
Not like this. Not like this.
In fact, they are. Candice married into a banking family, slave trading family who thinks that they're Republicans, but they're foreign. You's the first Republican in the Republic. The Afro-American is the first and only Republican because you of the Republic. The Afro-Americans are the first Republicans. Everybody else is Democrat because you are people of the Republic. You are who they talking to, we the people. But even more than that, the power is in the preamble. And a lot of us don't even know what that is. The preamble, that's where the power is. See, your political mindset, it is eradicated because you believe in communist socialism, white supremacy. Communism and socialism are two birds of the same, press one, two wings of the same bird. That's the eagle. The Bible warned you about that. The Bible warned you about how they came against you like the eagle. All 50 nations, they signed up for their own judgment. That's what they signed up for. 50 nations. It wasn't 50 nations here. There's 13 states. Press one, there's 13 colonies. There's 13 stars on the flag. Where did 50 people, where did 50 nations come from? Oh, they got you thinking those are states. Maybe that's why Arizona look like North Korea flag or some shit. Press one look like Chinese flag. Press one. Talking about they free. That's why it's hard for me to talk to brain dead, mind controlled, federal raised, Rockefeller foundation historians. I can't talk to people who was raised under this. My brain hurt. Coffee and Kush TV, Cairo University. You on the air? What up?
Hello, this is my first time calling.
What's up, Queen?
My name is Samora. I was looking up the Lloyds of London, and I just looked it up now, so I haven't really researched that much.
Take your time.
It's saying that they have a corporation, and it's traditionally known as names.
Is what?
Traditionally known as names.
They got a names corporation?
Yes.
Okay, that's exactly what I'm looking for, Queen. A names corporation. Ain't that weird?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And then it says it has they have life insurance.
Oh.
They do life insurance and marine insurance.
Marine insurance? That's on the water.
Right.
Right.
So it sounds like everything you're talking about. Like you're saying they the founders and it sounds like that to me. Like I really haven't I just looked it up right now while I was watching. So I haven't really investigated enough.
What was the first one? What was the first one you said?
It says the Acts of Parliament. And, okay, let me read it. It says, the Lloyds of London, generally known simply as Lloyds, is an insurance and reinsurance market located in London. Unlike most of its competitors, the industry is not an insurance company. Rather, Lloyds is a corporate body governed by the Lloyds Act of 1871 and subsequent acts of Parliament. It operates as a partially mutualized marketplace.
Hold up. We got large bells going on in the back for clarification. Hold up.
So sorry.
Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
It says, Acts of Parliament. It operates as a partially mutualized marketplace within which multiple financial backers, groups, and syndicates come together to pool and spread risk. These underwriters or members are collection or both corporation and private individuals, the latter being traditionally known as names.
Maine?
Known as names, like our names, like NAMES.
Oh my goodness. And you said something, did you say slit wrist?
Did I say what?
I don't know. I thought you said something about a wrist or something like that, but
yes. Says it comes the multiple financial backers are grouped in syndicates and they come together to pool and spread risk.
A sprint
like
risk.
What is that?
It's a hurry up and buy? A sprint risk. Let me Google that. Stay on the line with me. Let me Google this because you're dope for this. Sprint, like the phone company.
No, not Sprint. It says they come together and spread risk. RISK.
What's the word before
So they
risk?
got a lot of backers and group syndicators that come together and pool and spread risk.
Oh, risk. RISK. What's the word before risk?
Spread.
Spread risk.
Right.
What is that? Spread risk. Definition. It is the risk of loss on a position that could result from the change in the bid or offer price of such position relative to a risk-free or funding benchmark, including when due to a change in perceptions of performance or liquidity of that position.
So I think it's up. If you look that up and you see this information, I'm going to research more because that's really interesting to me.
Very interesting.
And it kind of, it really hits every nail on the head to me on everything you're saying right now.
Yes, because it's a corporate way of waging war is what it's looking like. It's like the war is played out through corporate theater.
And when I look through a little more, like I'm just like scanning, it's like it says, having survived multiple scandals and significant challenges through the second half of the 20th century,
right?
Most notably the asbestos affair. Like, it's just, they're not good. They're not good. So it's kind of weird. They try to, at first it says something about a coffee house. And I'm like, they didn't make all that money and go do all of that through no coffee house.
Those are stolen resources. Coffee is the highest traded commodity next to oil type of thing. So, you know,
All right. I'm going to research some more.
Thank you so much.
And I will be, back in the class.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lloyds Act of 1871. Oh, okay. This is where amendments came in. Crown Authority. 18. Oh, this is great. You can download this. Which gave it power to make its own bylaws to acquire real and personal property because they couldn't do it before, and to perform all acts in the corporate name, in its corporate name. What did she say about the name? That was the core. They're not even real. They're all dead. Also, during the Liberty University talk, Farmer said that its father was a hedge fund manager. Yes, a hedge fund. Isn't that what we was talking about? Hedge funds and all of these things and trust and No, it's not insurance legal. It's just corporate. They're operating in their corporate names. They can't. So what are their corporate names? Their corporate names have to be names that they've taken and used as strawmen to give themselves life. That's what I'm thinking. Like some trading places, like switching of names, switching of property, because we were just talking about. Damn. It just came up. Nori apologizes for Kanye George Floyd's comments may pull the episode. Yeah, pull that episode. It just came up my internet feed. Farmer is an American Negro surname. Well, that's what I'm saying is they took all of the names and turned them into corporate entities. And the color of law is what validates and gives it legal standing, per se. Because you identify with a color. You say I'm black, which means I'm dead. So if that means you're dead and you identify with being dead, then they can use your dead status and live in the kingdom. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm talking foreign to people, because maybe I shouldn't do this here. Maybe I should just go to my support group, because people got to understand exactly what I'm saying, so I can reiterate. Underwriting. What you mean by that? I'm going into deep thought, What you mean by underwriting? Like amending? Like amendments under the law, all of these, like maritime laws under the law, ideological subversion. They use our original names to carry out and make up an American corporation. Well said. They use your real names to make up an American federal corporation, which allowed them to give your dead name to foreigners. That's how they was able to kill you. Then they had an influx of foreigners who changed their names from Russian names to Daniel, William, George, this one, that one, this one, and they just came claiming property because you were dead in law. So if you're dead in law, they'll perform a Holocaust on you, and you won't even know. Your kids won't even know what happened. Like you. If I told you there was a black Holocaust, you will just be like, I don't know what you want me to think about a black Holocaust. Okay, they did that in what? You don't have an attachment to your forefathers being hanged and burned and put on trains and put in concentration camps by the American Red Cross with the help of the federal government, who deputized children to murder landowners and foreigners. That's why I say they don't have the same attachment to this as you and I, or a lot of us that's out there. You know what I'm saying? They just going by black, dead in law, which gives immigrants life in America. So they hold on to a maritime American war flag, not knowing that's not even our flag. That's not even the flag of this place. That's not George Washington's flag. He would never pledge to a foreign flag and to a wartime flag. Press one. What a brilliant dude George Washington was. He would never pledge to a flag. You're pledging to an outside law. So all this, God bless. God doesn't bless America. America is a corporate entity that has no standing in the colonies. It has no standing, has no jurisdiction, has nothing, because it's dead. It's leasing its buildings. Whew, that's deep, bro. Your governmental buildings are leased. Facts. They lease property, man, and your military bases. They got to pay for that, bro. That's why I'm kind of like over talking to and letting my energy go towards people who really not interested and want to cause diversions more than calling in and being a part of. Nor am I waiting for those who know that I'm headed in the path of wherever this path may lead. So I'm not holding up. I don't really have the time. I like my free time. You know, Saturday and Sunday, I realize, like, damn, I really like not doing nothing. I really, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so much information. That should be Saturday and Sunday. That's enough time for an individual to say, damn, any subject I can pick from there. Because I'm looking to do whole seminars. You see how long I can talk? Not seminars, lectures. See how long I can talk? So it's just about organizing the curriculum correctly. You feel me? So I'm not really, shout out to people, but a lot of people will hold you down. Waiting for people will hold you back. It's like a fishing hook. Like, come here, where you going? And I can't be dead like that. And that's what waiting on you do. When I wait on you, that's what it feel like to me. You know, and I like being at peace, not agitated, energy to be right, flowing correctly. We got a new movie to watch. Now look at this. We about to watch this. It's called Redemption, right? Now watch this.
Read Emergency. Oh, for the enslavement of the formerly sovereign people of the 50 formerly sovereign states under color of law.
Bingo. So we going into a whole nother phrase. I was looking for a book on Amazon, and these cost like $100, $200, $300 books. Press one and start Googling and started looking for the audio books and the audio clippings, and I found the book on YouTube. Press one, and what there's going to be explaining is, remember I told y'all about the law of redemption, and in Jeremiah and so forth, we were talking about that. Well, redemption is real according to all the authors, according to scripture, according to me. It's real. It's very real, because look how the Lloyds of London, aka the Lords of London, look what dire situation they got you in. They got you in perpetual debt bondage you would never get out of. You'll be sending 1 million Candice Owens around this mug. You would never get out of this debt bondage through materialism and wasteful spending, ever. That's what it was designed for. So I'm gonna be over here listening to this white lady break down. You know, I like to get the white women. The white women love breaking that type of shit down. Our favorite historians was white women. They be breaking that shit down, but she gonna be breaking down this book and exactly what I was just talking about. Laws of redemption, salvaging, and all of the above. All of the above. Well, why? The name corporation names, so they can keep adding to and taking from. So why the name, the corporation names? Because all of the names have to be incorporated to steal them. So if you can get them in one whop, in one record, and take the corporation of names, that means all of the names are in corporate structure. That means they stole your name. That means everything I teach here is pretty much accurate, bro. It's pretty much accurate. That's what that means for a corporation of names. And we're sitting up here talking about all of our names. Coffee and Kush TV, Cavro University, on the air.
Peace, Kev. It's Professor Gills. Pardon me, it's Taj. How you doing today, sir?
What's up, champion?
Nothing much, man. All right, I'm starting to piece things together a little bit.
All right.
I know you keep hitting on X. X marks the spot.
Yes, sir.
X is in like a signature. Tying that into the wasteful spending, meaning like in the banks and everything, we go in,
We get loans. We continue to get loans, and they continue to eat off of our names because as I'm doing research, going deeper into that, I'm understanding that every time that we sign those things, they automatically are paid. And then not only are they automatically paid, they get get that exponentially. Am I right? Am I going down the right path?
You're talking about like on the spot?
Not necessarily on the spot. It
seems like a
like
commission?
No, not so much a commission. Not so much a commission. It's like every time we give our name, because we talking about being dead. Let me figure. Let me make sense of what I'm trying to say. It's like, all right, so we go into the bank and we give our name away, and we continue to give our name away. Let's say that we continue to give our name away, and every time we do that, we go deeper and deeper into debt bondage.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, because they're adding interest. They have an interest that's illegal, actually, and
that's the commission,
And that's it. Yeah, that's the commission. The interest that's made off of your servitude.
I used to wonder. It was like, man, how are you tying it into like the crypto and everything like that? And then I looked into that, and I started seeing like the decentralized finance and how, again, stuff that backed by nothing.
Yes.
And they using this stuff, moving it around. Yeah, man, you deep, man. You the champ, bro.
They're just money laundering and moving money around to different accounts until they're all busted. Because the Pope wrote a letter to Obama and told the United States corporation to shut it down, and it's backed up by the Red Army, which is its own army and stationed here in the Americas. So they have no other thing but to ride it out and sink with the ship or just go home, and shut down operation, So I'm just here to help our people understand that their end of the world is not your end of the world through Christ and what he sacrificed with the Heavenly Father.
Understood. Yes. On a quick note, man, you said something, and that brought up another article that came through my news feed. I seen the CCP is in New York and other cities. And that was interesting. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. But
Chinese.
You can tell me what happened.
Yeah, they got like outposts. They're working in conjunction with the FBI and the IRS. They have outposts in New York right now, and it seems like they are taking people back to China again, in line with what you say. You come in the spirit of truth, and you know what I mean. You say things before they happen, man. So
yeah, they gotta go.
Appreciate you, champ.
Thank you, champion. I appreciate you. Yeah, they gotta go home. Jews, people who enjoy Palestine, you gotta go home. All foreign occupants and aliens of this nation that is not under the sovereignty of Colonel George Washington Gillespie and all those names, you in a bad position in 2022 and beyond. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
Hey, man, I got something to tie into what you're saying about the trust that I was watching. I peeked in on Subliminal on the movie. It's on Netflix. I forgot the first name of it, but it's called Siege. It's about them robbing a bank there in South Africa. But there's a brother in there with an afro who got a suitcase and it say USA on it. The lady, a light-skinned lady, told him he in the wrong line. He told her, "Nah, I think you wrong. I'm in the right line. My name's Steve Washington." Right? He said, "No, Cornelius Washington." He used the name out the Bible, Cornelius.
Yes.
And then the last name Washington. I'm tying that in with, Gillespie.
Yes.
Right? And then the white man walked up to him, touched his shoulder. He said, "What are you doing in this line, boy?" He said, "Who you calling a boy? I'm an American." He said, "No, you're not now. You're an African." The whole thing is how they reclassified them.
That's right there. And they became something else.
Right. I just wanted to tell y'all that real quick. Go check that out. It's on Netflix.
What's it called?
It's called Siege. It's something Siege. The last Yeah, Siege. You'll find it. Anything with the name Siege, I mean, you'll see they robbing the bank. But brother, I appreciate what you're doing, man. I love the network, man.
Thank
I'm
you,
a Moore, brother, and I appreciate your work.
My man. Shout out to the Moors out there. We appreciate the road, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank you. My man. And that's what it's about right there. If you want to watch the flick with Kev Gills today, go over to patreon.com /Kev Gills TV. If you subscribed and you're not on my Patreon but you're in my Cash App, send me an email. Send me a link. It's private because I'm just interacting with those who are supporters of mine and we're talking about the bar. She's talking about everything in here.
The icing on the cake in 1938. Oh, can't drop my mouse. Sorry. Slippery. Okay. Here we go. Where are we? Civil War. Yeah, emergency, color law. The icing on the cake. 1938. The rulings of the Supreme Court were then partitioned to prevent the invocation of any law based on the common law.
Told you.
To be replaced by the Uniform Commercial Code.
UCC.
Oh, UCC. Interesting. And courts of international contract law.
Admiralty law. The coup d'etat is that most of you don't even realize that you have personally aided and abetted by your own ignorance of history and the law, signed and acted yourself into the system of commercial slavery. That's why when you need a commercial driver license, that's why, because you're in commercial, that's why you need to be permitted to drive on your own road. That's why. That's why the federal officer or the state officer can say it's a privilege, not a right, because you turned in your right. And the right is portrayed as Adolf Hitler walking through some great. You don't even want a right, because when you think of the right, you think of Adolf Hitler for some weird reason. But I think that's what they wanted. So you'll never get back to sovereignty. They label a monarchy dictatorship, so you're afraid of a monarch. But they rob you of your monarch and go to Europe with theirs and your name. That don't make you think. And they call you a Republican and a Democrat. Well, the Lords of London would love for you to bounce around from the Republican and Democrat. So Candice Owens and Black Lives Matter can do what they do 24/7. So Kanye West. So what was the guy who got you to vote for Biden? Plies and all of these people who are pledgers of this by way of, they're foreigners, so they must pledge. You don't have to pledge. You're in America. They're foreigners. You're the American. King George, Colonel George Washington gave you sovereignty. The rest of the world don't have that. They all got communist dictatorship, whatever that they got. You got your freedom through a monarch that you denounced. You got your freedom and your free man status and your emancipation from someone that you denounced. So that's why I got to go to Cairo University and, begin these conversations dealing with these laws in this time frame, and not in the 1600s, not in the 15s and 13s, and not of these lost times of history of time immemorial. I'm talking 1900s. So you're not no Indian. If they took your names and made themselves come alive, what Indian name do you have?
Shame.
How could you ask for
Shame.
reparations with an Indian name?
Shame.
The Indians got all the federal reparations they ever was going to get. So, as an Indian, what is your Indian name that's been incorporated? Huh? Dane Calloway? What is your African name that's been incorporated and stolen and put on the auction block? What is that Indian name? Black Horse? Wild Eagle? Let me go. Swimming Turtles. Press 1. Spotted Cow. That's the name that's on there. Yeah. Destruction. Yeah. Spotted Cow. Flying Eagle. Press 1. That's the name that's on the raw. You ain't here. Get up out of here. That's the name you want. My name is Kevin Gillespie. Press 1. You gonna remember my motherfucking name. My name is Mr. Motherfucking Gillespie. Press 1. They stole it. They ain't gave me no damn American name. They didn't even know damn American. They had to be taught to speak English. They had to be taught the Bill of Rights. They had to be taught to stand upright. What's right and wrong. A lot of y'all just wild folk. And afraid of who you are. That's another thing. And ladies, I don't know how y'all can be with niggas that's afraid. You up here calling who king? Who's the king? The king, King George made you the king of your household when you become a man. Press 1, you ain't no man.
Shame.
Because you're not the head of household. The woman is the head of household. That's why everybody go through her if they want to know something about you. She's the head of household in your community. Because you've been under the state being your daddy and the woman being the king and the king head being cut off and kicked out the house. Or brought to a level of submission of not being the head of household. Either by way of being on parole, in the criminal justice system, self-confident, didn't have a dad that don't know how. Many different things I'm going to help you out with. I'm going to help you identify and purge yourself. We all we got. You can purge yourself. Is that why Andrew Tate got 7 passports? I don't know why Andrew Tate got 7 passports. But his name ain't Andrew Tate in his home country. All these people got many names. Just names, just Americanized names, knowing when they go home, it don't sound nothing like that. In Russia, these names are not American. Switzerland, none of that. And changing up y'all personality type, this is insane. So I'm gonna go to Coffee and Kush TV, Cavro University, and we're gonna talk about this corporate entity more and more. Hope to see y'all over there. That's coming up. I'm about to create that and drop the link on my Patreon because I didn't want to drop it before because people just go. I want to make it private for all those who really just support the broadcast. And I don't care if it's 50 people in there, 100 people. Long as the people in there that need this information when dealing with the color of law and having these conversations and talking about history in a way we can understand, meet me over there at Cavro University, patreon.com/KevGillsTV. Cash at me at my Gills Gang, of course. I got some stuff here from Amazon. I got some things to do. And as always, family, I'll holla. God bless y'all.